Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we are back with another reaction to The Boys. We're now on to episode 5. That's crazy. They were on to episode 5 already, but it's called Welcome to the Monster Club. So the last episode was crazy. We had all kinds of things go down, but the highlight reel is basically that Sam managed to break out of the woods with Emma in tow, and the two of them basically spent some time together, kind of bonding, getting to know each other a bit more, but unfortunately, we know that Sam has got a lot going on in his head. We're not exactly sure what is causing it, but he has hallucinations, and television's Jason Ritter tells him that he needs to go find the doctor that's responsible for inflicting a lot of physical pain on him and basically go and end him, because that's the only way to make sure that he can't get dragged back to the woods and hurt again. But Emma's trying to talk him down. It doesn't work. Sam runs away, and Emma ends up having to go back and get help from the rest of the crew. And speaking of the rest of the crew, they were dealing with the presence of Tech Knight, who is basically the Vought's World version of the Unsolved Mysteries guy. I don't know, some of you might be too young for that. But anyway, he basically was sent there by Vought to try to clean up this whole Golden Boy mess and find someone to pin this whole thing on so that Vought comes out looking like the shining, pristine establishment that they want to be. And it basically shakes up our crew. It shakes up the school because he goes after our main characters, of course, even though Indira tells him specifically not to do that. And some of the big revelations that are spread across the campus are that the biggest one being that Jordan was actually the one responsible for saving Marie from Golden Boy, not Marie saving herself. And also that Andre and Kate have got a little something going on. And, you know, considering that Golden Boy hasn't even been gone for, I don't even know, Showtime, maybe even a couple of weeks yet, that doesn't exactly look good. So yeah, that gets all turned upside down, but everyone kind of decides to get over it very quickly because they're brought together by the fact that Sam is going to Dr. Cordosa's house. Cordosa or Cordova? I think it's Cordosa, to, you know, take him out. So another little mini development that also happened was that Jordan and Marie, who've basically been at odds since episode 1, have turned over a new leaf in their relationship after she confessed everything. Well, there was a couple of things. One was that Jordan attempted to intercept what would have been a very horrible thing that would have happened to Marie at the hands of a soup that is able to basically get into your head and I guess knock you out. Who knows what else they can do. But also just the fact that Marie confessed everything in front of everyone, even though it meant possibly sacrificing her spot as number 2 in the school. Jordan kind of realized that Marie is not someone with any type of malicious intent and that they're much different than a lot of the students that go to the school. And I should say this because a few people are feeling some type of way about it. In the last episode, I said when I was watching it, that it seemed to me like Jordan saw what might be happening with Marie and chose to kind of let it happen, but then change their mind. But when I was rewatching it, when I was editing, I see that, you know, it's definitely, we don't know how much time actually elapsed between when Jordan walked away from seeing them talk to when they got into the room. And we also don't know whether or not Rufus can teleport or what happened. But the point is that it's, you know, we don't know that Jordan did that. We very much could say that Jordan looked, saw them talking, thought it was fine, and then looked again, realized they were gone, and realized, oh no, and then immediately went. That's what I'm going to go with, because at this point, we don't have a reason to think that Jordan would allow things like that to happen. But this is The Boys' world, guys. So like, you have to, after watching 3 seasons of The Boys, I am more than aware of the type of moral gymnastics that some of the characters have done in the name of their own, what they believe is their own preservation or their own, what do you call it? Like just to advance their own careers. I'm not saying that's Jordan. I'm just saying that I don't think it's a far-fetched leap to think that maybe Jordan thought, well, you know what, especially at that point, because remember, this is before Marie explained everything, that they could be like, well, you know, it's not my problem sort of thing. And again, not so much like they wanted something to happen, but to just kind of turn a blind eye. And again, I'm glad that's not the case, and we're going to go with it's not the case, but I just want to put that out there, that it's not me trying to say that Jordan's terrible. Just because people make bad decisions doesn't make them a bad person, by the way, even if that was true. So anyway, let's drop it. The point being that that's where my thinking was, but on rewatching, I completely think that, you know, what people said was true, that it was more of a, they thought that it was just a conversation, and then they realized that something had happened. They immediately went to stop it. So That's put to bed. All right, that out of the way, guys. Let's get into this episode because I am very interested in finding out what happened in that blip. Okay, so let's get into the episode. But just before I do, just a reminder that I do a lot of reactions here on this channel. And if you'd like to support me on this journey or other ones that I'm on, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And if you like this video, I'd appreciate it so much if you threw some likes on this video as well as some comments below. Thank you so much for participating and giving me that engagement. I really appreciate it a lot. All right, that out of the way, guys. Let's get into the episode right about now. Ew, do we want to know? Oh God, who's above you? Who's in the dorm above you?
Where are we? You don't remember? Do you?
So this is in the dorm. That's weird. Is this a frat house?
Hey, Sloan. Hey, what's up, guys?
Wish I could remember.
I'm not gonna ask.
I'll say.
Wow, why are these people with such dangerous powers using the drugs?
I just thought, is this that? Right on, I just thought that.
Well, guess that's not a secret anymore. Maybe they didn't actually do anything.
Look, this is gonna sound super fucked up and weird, but I don't remember what happened last night.
Oh my god. Neither do I.
Oh. Where the fuck are we?
Right? Like, let's
No idea.
get the pertinent questions answered. Are we in mortal danger? What was dripping from the ceiling? Actually, I don't want to know.
Dusty, you in there?
Oh God. Is that spinal fluid? Let's say spinal fluid. We'll go with that. I told you I didn't want to know what it was. I knew I didn't want to know what it was. Please let Emma be okay. Is she just in the pool? Why is she outside? Does Dusty have a pool? Oh, she's still giant.
He's a fucking dream.
So does she have to purge to get back to regular size? So there's no just shrinking? I've had a question of whether or not if Emma just stops eating for like days, if she just starts to slowly shrink.
If I be pleased to puke.
Puke at that size.
I don't remember anything.
How do you know whether you did it or not having the sex with Marie?
Okay, that's not...
Marie's fly, nice in a fight, and as far as I know, of legal age. Is it? It's a black thing, isn't it? It's a black thing.
Leave him alone.
There are days that I am missing. Like, huge gaps in my memory.
Mine too.
What the fuck is going on?
And this is why you don't do drugs. I mean, I know it's more than that, but honestly, if they were all sober people. Oh, Vought did this. Vought wants to make sure they are never gonna be able to talk about this.
Trending.
I mean, is it
Flashing my giant white ass to the world.
is it worse than
Did you know you could do that?
the gerbil?
No, I've known ever since the Buster Beaver incident.
What's that?
Google at your own peril. My mom called me a monster and made me swear never to do it again. That's horrible.
Yeah. Your mom's kind of the worst, Emma. Sorry.
How long have you been snogging Jordan?
Snogging, we're British now.
Is a male asshole tighter than a female asshole? Jesus, Emma.
Are you okay?
Wait, how is Sam still out? Is that Sam?
And I'm so sorry that I left you, especially after you stopped me from doing something terrible. But I'm fine now, and I know it sounds weird, but I was so happy to smell your throw up because it meant that you got away from...
I'm talking about the puke. Hi.
It's me, Sam. Broke the woods to start us driving.
Look, hey, Sam.
The blood girl.
I think you're confused. Maybe you saw us on TV or...
They wiped Sam entirely from their memories?
You don't actually know us in real life.
No, don't do this to Sam. This is what he meant. He said everyone leaves.
They made you forget.
Who's that?
You need to talk to the other group. Now.
Evil people at that school. People that don't want you to know about me or the truth. And you can't trust anyone.
But we can trust you.
Say who you are, Sam.
She's right. I wouldn't trust me either. Not after what I did.
They don't
I'm
remember.
gonna find a way to fix this.
Oh, Sammy.
Remember what?
That you're a hero
Okay, so he left before Vought showed up.
Fucking crazy.
Toads. Kind of cute though, right?
Well, that part remained the same. Oh, why couldn't he? But I guess Emma's who we trust the most. Because, like, if he went to the other ones, they would have remembered.
When am I gonna get my period again?
Holy fuck, Emma.
What? I lost track.
You're insane.
I mean, next Friday though.
Fucking thank you.
Marie,
She can tell that? That's crazy.
Did you black out last night?
I don't really think that's any of your business. Marie, we all blacked out.
And not just the party, the past few days. Think about it. I blew up.
What kid? Another student? Sam, something. I've never seen it.
Unless you have and forgot. What do you want?
To save us from someone at the school, from the school itself.
What the fuck you do to us, Dusty?
Hey, Jordan, he's just a kid.
Dusty's not a
Why
kid.
does Dusty...
28.
I was about to say, if he's on campus... I don't want to know what's in the blender.
Rufus was here last night. I sort of blew his dick off.
She can do that.
He's far more trouble than he's worth. And Golden Boy's dead anyway. The point is, I'm done with Sam. He's not
That's
my
smart.
problem anymore.
That's smart.
You know it's just a matter of time before they find out about everything else we're doing down here.
Probably.
This fucking close to perfecting the virus. A viable way to control them for good.
Interesting.
But if they discover
So why don't you tell me what it is you do want? Because we both...
Because Vought will literally just step over your body and find somebody else.
I want the girl. Marie. Her abilities are the rarest I've ever seen.
Leave
She
Marie
doesn't
alone.
understand how powerful she really is. She's the perfect subject. Could speed up my time.
No!
But no. You're not the only one interested in Moreau. She has a benefactor, and because of that, she's strictly off limits.
Who's the benefactor?
So what you're saying is that Rufus has to piss sitting down forever.
As he deserves.
It was an accident. I'm not even sure how I did it.
He fucking deserved it.
I met him in intro psych freshman year.
3 days later, I woke up in a random bed with a camera pointed at me.
And he's still on campus. Why?
He had me on camera consenting.
Like, that man can never say that anyone's consented because of what his ability is. It's sad, but that's the reality.
Are you okay?
Is anyone really okay after that?
And now I do.
Why does everyone say that they should have known better? How do they... Why is he still on campus?
Where's Andre?
Oh shit, Rufus. He's gonna kill Rufus.
Okay. I mean, no, don't. That's terrible and morally wrong.
Oh my god, no girl, you were litty last night. Yeah, no, you got that big soup energy.
You know, I mean, it's already out there. You might as well enjoy the good, I guess.
I just want to say it doesn't need to be weird. Between us, I mean. No, you don't.
Not you blushing.
You don't. No, we weren't acting like ourselves.
Oh, but I don't...
Yeah.
Okay.
I hear you.
But what about before?
It's cool. We're cool.
Okay. Teenagers.
We are cool.
Are you?
Until he's away from Shetty.
What? You're the one who wanted to report this piece of shit.
I know, but I don't trust her.
Good. Glad her gut still told her that. Hey, who's got better cardio here, guys? Rufus isn't like he's not good of shape. Come on. Sis, you've got a whole blood lasso. Mm-hmm. I was about to say, I don't think that was him.
Rufus gave me $20 to take his shape. I don't fucking know.
He ain't an idiot.
I'm allowed to do it when I have permission, man.
Okay, bro.
Good job. I think you lost him.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, what? Oh. Oh. Oh.
Never touch Marie.
Oh, who else? How about everybody else? How about everybody else?
And maybe I'll consider not putting you to sleep for good.
I was gonna say, I don't think touching him was a good idea. Like, isn't that how his whole power works, is by contact?
Guess you broke the top 100. What are you talking about? The rankings. I jumped up to 88.
Hey!
To pick a fit, and then to hear about your new boyfriend, girlfriend. than friend.
Okay, that's a new term.
They changed their mind.
What do you think you did?
Did you? I don't know.
Oh my God, it's not that hard.
Isn't it?
Jordan, do you want to hang out with them? Do you want to talk to them?
Ooh.
Do you want to put your mouth on their mouth?
And other fucking body parts. I mean, come on, this isn't quantum physics.
Ooh. I think you already know the answer to those questions.
I like them.
Doesn't that feel better?
Like them.
Doesn't that feel better?
I gotta talk to them. Wait, holy shit.
Hmm.
That kid Sam.
That weird kid?
He said something about a drive-in.
Oh, you're not that good, Vought. But I guess they don't know about that, so. Oh no, but whoever wiped them was looking everything about Sam, so. Television's Jason Ritter, come on!
This is bad, Sam.
Oh no, Emma's not a puppet now too. Oh geez, do they all turn into puppets in his head?
You're not real.
Real like that?
No. What is happening? This is so many flashbacks to the noir fight. Oh my gosh. If you watch The Boys, you remember him having the flashbacks about the team and... Or maybe this is just Amazon's way of saying we've put a lot of carnage in this show already, so we really can't keep doing it. I wonder if I should blur this as well. Wow. Oh, Sam. Yeah, this was better as puppets. Definitely.
I have a single dad with 2 daughters. Their names are Haley.
Should have taken another job. It's the sparkle's going out.
Stop hurting people.
Does he? Maybe they need to stop coming for him. I wonder if that's also his coping mechanisms for the absolute atrocities that he has to do to survive. There's more. Oh, wow. Okay, some of them are still dangling. Where's the chopper? Who's flying the chopper?
Rufus was with Shetty. I guess it's possible, but what does she want us to
Why does she
forget?
keep scratching her shoulder? It's the second time she did that. She's been doing it since she got
What
back.
the fuck are you scratching your neck like Tyrone Biggums?
Thank you.
There's blood clotted.
Oh. Yeah, her power's pretty cool. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm with you, Emma. Was there not a less violent way to do that?
What the fuck is that?
Is that what's keeping your memories out, or is it a GPS?
I know how this sounds. They put trackers inside of us.
It's a GPS.
This was in my neck. Oh my God. Oh my God. Kate, I think this is way
Can you sense that in other people? She should be able to, right?
fucked happened to us is happening to us, and I think Team Shetty is a part of it.
Oh, bare hands.
I really wish it didn't have to be like this. It's you.
Kate.
Freaked out when she woke up with me looking like
Kate.
this. It was my first girlfriend in the 6th grade. And she always wanted me to just be a guy.
If Marie was freaked out,
Who's Maverick?
she might not give a shit.
I mean, I just assumed that that's what she'd want.
You're the one who turns into a dude to hook up with her. This is your hang-up, not hers. Look, for all you know, she's cool with hiding the sausage and bumping donuts. Like, sometimes I hide in the women's showers and watch girls jerk off, and sometimes I hide in the men's. Gender's just a construct.
These aren't the same. I don't.
Hey, man, no kink shaming.
What?
I mean, Sloan, wait, come on, don't be like that.
What is up with the emu? I'm so confused.
Listen, I know I said that we were cool earlier, but I don't know if that's actually true. I mean, I've been doing a lot of thinking.
Oh, man. The thinking's the problem.
Yes, I did before we chased Rufus.
Rufus? The psychic guy? Why?
I hope you realize what room she just came out of. Come on, Jordan, put it
I
together.
liked you again.
Who?
think there's something there.
You don't mind if I rip your skin open, do you? Not the teacup works in the sunken place now.
I just can't. The lying and pretending and acting to be someone I'm not.
Who are you, Kate? Were you a plant from the get-go? And your job was to be with Golden Boy to keep him under control?
I'm just gonna have to keep.
She asked about the dreams in episode 1. It's been her the whole time. She wants to make sure he didn't remember. Take the gloves off, Kate. Take care of Shetty.
All I've ever asked is that you try. Use your gift for good no matter how hard.
Good? How is... Okay. Wow. This woman is really good at manipulating people, because how? But I guess if she thinks she's protecting them. Oh, Indira, you're disgusting. But Kate, you can turn this around. So, as twisted as this is it possible that Rufus is the person who could undo this? But I don't trust him near anyone's brain. Never mind. Her tiny shoe! She just be leaving those all over the place, like Cinderella, huh?
Are you alone?
I mean, should I not be?
Right? That was kind of a creepy question.
Do you remember me?
No, not at all.
Sam, I don't remember you. No, but I do believe you. I do.
It's not your fault.
Is he scared of himself? But also, he probably has to not trust anyone because he never knows who's working for Indira. Respectfully, Kate, I'm going to need you to have a seizure.
Can we just be us for a minute?
Interesting. I'm starting to wonder if she ever really loved Luke like that. Like, I feel like she cared about him, but maybe she was never really in love with him. She just kind of felt like she had to caretake him or manage him, you know?
Kate, you're the only reason I'm still at this goddamn school.
Maybe you should leave.
And I think we should
For real.
get the fuck out.
You should at least. She's not going anywhere.
We really should.
But unfortunately, Vaught's invested too much in you, so you're not going anywhere, sir. At least not voluntarily. You see how hard she's crying? What stupidness are you about to do now, Kate? Yeah, someone's about to go down for your crimes. I mean, because of who he is, I don't really care.
Time for a chat.
She can make everything in you explode, by the way.
You see? I wiped your memory tonight, right? Except I couldn't have done that because my powers only work up close and I've been here for the last 5 hours. Please tell them.
Really? The cokehead?
It's on 2CB right now, but that sounds right.
You know what I'm saying?
Can't talk. We found Rufus. Really? It's not him.
Stop fucking lying!
It's Kate.
Please don't.
Why would you say that?
Sam is Golden Boy's brother. Kate made him forget he even had a brother over and over and over. And look, I know Rufus is a monster, but so is Kate.
Yep.
It's Kate.
What? That's fucking crazy.
I know, but it's true.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Oh, Andre's gonna kill you guys now. Well, Andre, there goes your #1 spot, because...
Kate, tell them it isn't true.
I'm so sorry.
Might want to turn that shovel around.
I've only ever wanted to.
Yeah, she was used too. Well, it's just so gross. I feel for her, but they'll never trust you again.
You're all lying and you're all fucking puppets.
You wanted what?
Oh, she put it back. I don't think she's gonna survive this, guys. How is she even standing? That was so much wiping to do, but that's probably why it took her days. How did she keep them out, though? Oh, Vought probably gave her drugs. Wow. Look at her eyes.
Understand, I didn't.
Oh, damn. Those lines have been coming up so many times in this season. I mean, I feel like we need to hear her out, but at the same time, that's going to hurt him the most. And that's how you end it, you bastards. You bastards. This episode was so short. Are you kidding? Hold on. Is there more? Nothing? For real? 5 minutes of credits? Whatever. Okay, guys. Well, that was episode 5. And Yeah, welcome to the Monster Club. Exactly, right? How many people think that they're a monster in one way or another, right? We had Marie at the beginning of the season thinking that she's a monster. We had Sam thinking that he's a monster. We had now we find out Kate, Rufus is absolutely a monster. But wow, okay. So this makes a lot of sense now. The pieces have fallen into place. And I wish I could say I was completely surprised. Unfortunately, I was checking my messages earlier and I saw that someone spoiled on the timeline that they said Kate was a villain. I read it before I was like, no! So I know better now not to look anywhere near the internet on the same day that Gen V comes out. So I did know that Kate was sus. But now that I've seen the whole episode, I better understand now just how long this has been going on and how this has been happening. And it's crazy because at first I'm like, well, she has no malicious reason to do this, right? Like, why would she do this and be sleeping with Golden Boy at the same time? Like, that seems like extra. But as I said, it also explains, because even when, in episode 2, when Kate and Andre started hooking up, the first thing I thought was, really? Like, if you're really in love with someone, I understand having like the one-time grieving sex, right? That happens, right? You're lonely, you're sad, you're overwhelmed by your emotions. You just want to think and feel something else. So you jump into bed with somebody. But the fact that she's basically been carrying on a relationship with Andre, I'm like, did she ever really love Golden Boy? Because, you know what I'm saying? Most people, when they're in love with someone and then something like that happens, they can't even think about a romantic love for a while, right? That person's first and foremost in their mind. But now this explains so much. Kate has already been emotionally detached somewhat from Luke from a long time ago because she's basically had to manage him, which is horrible. And again, remember I said in the very first episode, and I hated saying it, that how do we know that Kate's feelings for him were real and vice versa? I hate that I was right about that. And again, I'm not saying she doesn't care about him, because now looking at the way she is with Shetty, I think as usual, Shetty we know is a manipulator, right? She's using her behavioral psychology knowledge to manipulate these kids, at least the ones that are gullible enough. And I don't want to say gullible actually, because manipulation doesn't mean that someone's gullible. It just means that they're trusting. But digressing, we know that she's convinced Kate that this is for the protection of, for the protection of Luke and probably by Sam and by extension everybody else that's around Luke. But I feel like she knew, like she said, her conscience was constantly bothering her to have to do this. And especially to Luke, like that's just so messed up to make someone forget they had a brother. And remember I was saying that, did I say it? I don't know if I said it in one of my reviews or not, or maybe this is something I was talking about with someone else, but I was saying that, in the first episode, Luke kept remembering Sam as a child, as a 12-year-old, but he had seen Sam as a teenager, so he knows that Sam wasn't a kid anymore. And that's hence why even if Sam had run past him that day on campus, he wouldn't have even recognized him. I mean, I guess Sam would have recognized him. But anyway, so she's been in there like either completely making him forget he had a brother, but my guess is that the memory was so deep, because I'm thinking that no matter how much manipulation one can do, there's certain things that I feel like, especially when they're emotionally tied to you, that you can't just pull from someone's memory. And I'm thinking this is why she had to keep it up. But I'm also wondering if there's like a timer on how long she can hold a push, right? Like she might have to keep like kind of refreshing it, like coming in and like reaffirming it. Because I'm thinking that that's probably what kept happening to Luke, because otherwise she shouldn't have had to keep redoing the memory, right? She should have been able to just wipe it once and be done. So the fact that she had to keep going back and erasing it, and then he kept having the dreams, right? And I believe that I was watching another reaction where someone was saying that she can only wipe what's in the conscious mind, but the subconscious apparently still remembers. And that's with Luke. He kept having the dreams, right? Episode 1, she kept asking, "Oh, you still having any dreams?" And she's like, "I need to stay over with you." Like she, of course, said that she was going to do something else to make him forget. But now we realize she was speaking literally. Right? She was basically, if he was having the dreams, his subconscious was telling him that Sam existed and that his conscious mind was not, gelling with what was in his subconscious. And every time it started to get too much, she would just have to go in again and she would keep fixing it or trying to readjust it. So that's what I'm wondering. Because, I mean, they weren't gone, right? Because when we just saw her there with Andre, she was able to put it all back. So I don't know if she just puts up blocks or if she just kind of, I don't know. We don't know exactly how her power works. Like she calls it pushing. Maybe she pushes images in to replace what's really there. But again, I feel like that theory that someone said about how the subconscious probably keeps all the memories, but the conscious mind is wiped is probably the truth. Because yeah, and again, like I said, I think that she probably also has a limit on how long she can keep those going, or eventually maybe those things start to wear off. And that's why she has to kind of keep getting in there to keep rearranging things and keep the story straight and everything, which is a lot if you think about it. Like, no wonder this girl's got to take massive pills to keep herself from going crazy. And then one thing I've noticed since episode 1, but I wasn't sure if it was like the actress or if it was like actually something in the show, but I do think it's the show now, is her eyes always get like this bloodshot, like this line in it and this like sort of circle. And we just saw that like her eyes seemed clear before she replaced Andre's memory, and then they went red after she was done. So if we take that and look at all the times that her eyes were showing that strain, that's probably all the times that she was either pushing Luke or pushing other people, right? So my guess is also that the smoother the push is when she has more time and possibly only one person to deal with. But when she's in a hurry or there's more to deal with, it gets choppy and rough. Because what we got in the last episode, where they were talking, like literally she, what's her name? Marie was mid-sentence to Sam and then suddenly it's gone. And then she wakes up in bed. Like, that was rough. Like, that was a really sharp cut, right? So I feel like because Kate had so many people she had to push, right? She had to push everybody that was there at the house. Of course, she didn't get a chance to get to Sam because Sam already knows about her. She must have seen what she was trying. Well, we don't even know what happened at the house. Sam must have just run away. But so Sam must have just left. Somehow Emma got off of him and Sam must have left. That's still a question mark. But either way, Kate had to do a lot of erasing and she had to do it quickly. And they said that they had lost a couple of days, right? Because they thought it was still Friday, but it was actually Saturday. So my guess is that Kate had to do all of them and probably had to take breaks, right? Because we saw that when she pushes too much, she gives herself a seizure. So I'm thinking, yeah, she had to just basically do a few of them, take some breaks, go to somebody else, take some breaks, go to somebody else. You get my point. So I think it just turned out being just a really, really rough job because she had to do so many at once and then basically keep those balls in the air to make sure it was. And then again, they put the trackers in them. Somehow Vought put trackers in them and then she would have had to erase that happening, right? So Kate's been busy. Kate has been really busy. Girl's tired. No wonder she's crying and almost on her knees in Shetty's office. Like, that's a lot for one girl to manage. But again, with Shetty manipulating her into thinking that it's the only way to keep them alive, right? Because the alternative is either in the woods or taken out, right? Basically, those are the two options that are there. And so, of course, I'm thinking Kate does not want to see more people suffer like Sam or end up like Luke at this point, right? So she's just doing what she thinks she has to do to protect them. But yeah, it's exhausting, especially because she clearly has feelings for these people. Like, I think she genuinely considers them friends, but it's, obviously at the same time, she can't feel like she's their friend because she knows she's lying to them and quite literally manipulating them. So I feel for her. I know people are saying she's a villain, but I don't really think it's a villain. It's monstrous what she did. Like, it's a complete and utter violation. It was the term that Jordan used was absolutely correct. But understanding motivation is very important. Actions are something we need to look at, but motivation behind the actions is also very important to know too. And I don't think, like I said, from what we're seeing, that this was malicious on her part. Again, she may never recover from this, and I don't blame any of them for never trusting her again. Like, her expecting Andre to get it. Like, no, sis. You mixed like real feelings with some other things there. So, Andre may never be able to get past that where she's concerned, but hopefully he'll be able to see, at least understand that there might be a reasoning behind why she did it. Again, not going to make it much better, but at least you can understand that it wasn't just fully out of this sense of, ooh, I'm just playing with them all like puppets, that sort of thing. But yeah, for Marie and Jordan and Emma, I mean, they're not that connected to Kate, so obviously it's not going to, I think they'll be the ones, if anything, if Kate is in fact at a pivotal point now where she's trying to, I don't know if she is trying to fix things by telling Andre, if she just did what she did to Andre because she realized she was caught. But I feel like because she didn't have to. She quite literally did not have to give him his memory back. She could have just run away at that point and Vought would have protected her. But yeah, I think she might be trying to turn the corner on this because she is tired. It's a lot to maintain these lies constantly, especially as one person. I understand how this is difficult for her. Like, I don't necessarily forgive, how do I put it? I don't say I don't forgive her. I'm not letting her off the hook. That's the word. I'm not letting her off the hook yet, but I can understand based on what we're seeing. And I'm making assumptions why she might have gotten into this place and how she was manipulated into doing these things. And yeah, she's going to have to live with the repercussions, which may be that she loses a guy that she really cares about and Jordan, who she considers to be a friend. So yeah, I don't know what's going to happen to her now, though, because again, if Indira finds out, I don't know what that's going to mean for her. We'll have to see what happens to her at this point. But another part of the episode that was kind of crazy was Dr. Cardosa. He was saying he doesn't want to deal with Sam ever again. Understandable. He's like, nope, I almost lost my family, almost lost my life. This kid's not worth it. And I think what's more important is that clearly the mind stuff does not work on Sam either, right? As far as like the wiping, we see that he's obviously able to break through it. And again, I feel like that's the reason why they keep him in the woods is, like I said, I really do think that because of the way Sam's brain is, it doesn't work with the type of mind control that Vought typically uses. And I'm thinking that the woods must have been the way that they had to control Supes before. But now we discovered that Dr. Cardosa is actually working on what he calls a virus, which is going to be used to control the Supes going forward. So when he says control, I don't know what that means. It's going to take their powers away, make them susceptible to mind control, take away their powers, make them actually sick, because we know that Supes don't get colds and stuff like that. So I don't know what this virus means, but the word virus typically is something that attacks the body. So I got to think that he's thinking of maybe breaking down the Supe cells and making them weaker potentially. And then of course, it's probably going to be something where Vought is the only place where they can get the antivirus to, you know, bring them back up to Supe status. So it would be a good way to keep people Supes, I should say, from getting out of line. Or if you have a Supe that goes completely berserk, you have a way to take them down, because right now Vought doesn't really have many options, right? They've got that face mist, which we saw. If you watch The Boys, you know that the face mist came from, and then they've got, you know, depending on the powers, they can use things like, what is it? Not cattle prods, but basically cattle prods, basically like long tasers, but that's temporary, and it obviously does not take a Supe out forever. So you need, I can see them looking for something that can at least temporarily completely nullify a Supe, or maybe just, like I said, take them off the board without taking them out completely. So he said that that's why he's been doing what he did to Sam. Because I said a spinal tap is like a very rare thing to do. Like, it's not just torture. Like, people go for spinal fluid to look into like your DNA. So that explains that. But then he says he wants Marie, because he said Marie's power is extremely rare. And it's true. Like, we've seen so many variations of strength. We've seen all types of telekinesis, or in the case of Andre, like metal bending, which was genetic for him. We've seen flying. We've seen breathing, swimming underwater. We've seen, but you get my point, super speed. Like, there's a lot of repetitive powers in the world, but blood bending, I don't think we've heard of anyone else who can blood bend. And he said she's so powerful, she has no idea how powerful she is. And it's so true, right? All Marie so far knows how to do is kind of throw her blood around. She knows how to like form like the little weapon, kind of harden it and shape it. But like when she exploded the dick, she had no idea what she did. I don't think she realized she could actually affect other people's blood. I think she thought she could only control hers, even though from what happened with her parents, she should have known she can control other people's blood. But I don't think she realized she could be so minute with it, like she did when she put the blood back in the girl's neck, and then when she caused it to concentrate in Rufus's member and caused it to explode, or when she actually was able to feel where the blood was clotted and sense that there's things in people's blood, like the fact that she knows when Emma's going to have her next period. Like, she can sense blood around her. So that's just like the surface. Like, there's so many things you can do with blood. From the sounds of things, she could probably cause it all to clog or coagulate at once. She could thin it out. She could probably pull the blood of like everyone within a 10-mile radius. We don't know. The point is, she's never actually had the opportunity to really stretch her powers, right? And I get why, because obviously it's a life or death thing for her to play with her powers. But I said from the episode 1, like, that's crazy. If she actually gets a hold of that, she's going to be a formidable opponent against anyone, even Homelander, if she can get the jump on him, right? So anyways, Dr. Cardosa wants her because he's like, she's could be the key to giving him the genetic key that he needs to find this virus that will knock out Supes no matter what their abilities. But Indira said that she has a benefactor, and that's why she's off the table for now. So I'm wondering who the heck is vouching for Marie right now. That's a big question for me. And it has to be someone high up at Vought for them to be willing to say that she's not an issue or just not to take her. Because I thought she has to be pretty special if she got her mind wiped and all this other things instead of just taking her out of the school, because she's a no one, right? She's someone who's still, especially after admitting to the school she didn't even stop Golden Boy, right? Why keep her around? So now we know that there's someone else looking out for Marie, but I'm curious as to who that is. And it's like I said, it's got to be somebody pretty important. Or maybe it isn't just Indira. Maybe Indira actually does have a soft spot for her, but I don't know. She doesn't seem like she's that affectionate at this point in time. But yeah, outside of that, we had a little bit of Sam. He's still struggling with all the stuff that's going on in his head. He's still trying to figure out how to protect the people that he cares about. He really wants to protect Emma. We see the whole puppet scene was hilarious. But again, I feel like, from a actual a technical perspective, Amazon probably just did that to keep the rating under control. But I think it's just funny that they have this theme running throughout the whole Boys universe. But yes, we're seeing he's really struggling. Like, he's very violent. He has no problem taking lives here, which is probably a problem. But he really is thinking he just wants to protect the people that keep getting messed with by Vought. And I don't know how successful he's going to be. But it sounds like for now they're calling off the search on Sam because every team that they're sending after him is not making it back. So we'll see what happens with that, but I have a feeling that Indira still has a backup plan and she's going to be using one of the other students potentially to do that. Outside of that, Rufus getting messed up, not mad at that. He deserved it. The Jordan and Marie stuff was interesting. Of course, considering what happened with the whole mind wipe, I understand why Jordan would probably assume that maybe things were not consensual or that, fully consensual. And again, we all know that's not either of their fault. But of course, we find out that both of them know that they actually do like each other. And so they were about to talk about that. But of course, everything got jumbled up with the whole situation with Rufus. So I'm sure they will have that talk at some point, especially if she can get her memories back. Because that's the big thing, is now that Marie's got a chunk of her memories gone, she might be kind of reset on the whole situation. But yeah, I don't know. So far, they're kind of cute. We'll see how it goes. We got some more insights into Jordan's insecurities around being in a relationship, with the nature of their power and how they choose to use it. So yeah, I think once they have a good conversation with Marie, they'll find out that Marie really is not upset about that, because clearly Marie already knows, right? She has seen all the sides of Jordan thus far and clearly still had no problem with, making out with them. So yeah, that was pretty much the episode. It was a lot to take in, but I am very happy with some of the revealing that we're getting, some of the understanding of the layers of what's been going on with this plot. I don't know how they're going to move forward from this point. Like I said, I really do hope that Kate is going to be an ally going forward, but who knows where she's going to end up and if she's safe now that she chose to, maybe chose to stop controlling them and let them in on the party. And yeah, how are they even going to go about this? Where do you start? Is it only going to be at the university? Does this go higher into Vought? Obviously it does if Ashley knows about it, but yeah, lots of questions still left to be answered, and I'm very excited to find out what those answers are. And I don't know how many episodes we're going to get this season. This one was very short, but I'm hoping we're going to get lots so we can get at least to the end of this plot this season, because yeah, it's getting thicker and very interesting and very entertaining to watch. So that's pretty much it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching it along with me. If you did, please throw some love on this video and some comments below, and I will see you in the next video.